Hey, what's up neighbors, AA Flare here, bring you another Destiny video. Today's video, we're going to be going over the Twitch reveal for the Court of Oryx, which I just finished watching, and was just live a couple hours ago. I'll try and leave a YouTube link down in the description, and for the new trailers that were put in it, which I'll talk about at the end, I'll try and find links for each of those also down in the description. But mainly of all, before I even say anything, I'd like to answer a comment from Radioactive Dan. And I just want to say that I am super frickin' hyped for the Taken King. I honestly cannot wait to play this. I mean, it looks so fun. It is insane. All the new stuff they're adding. But I got my notes here for what was, you know, shown in the stream, and we're gonna start. So let's get started. So first of all, the Court of Oryx is a new form of public event where you can summon bosses with ruins. Any player who is patrolling the Dreadnought can join in on you doing this activity. Alright, I mean, that's kind of what we were... Well, maybe not the boss part, but I'm guessing people figured that it's a new patrol thing. People can join in whenever, kind of like a normal public event. But we saw something interesting, very, very interesting. By the way, there's Nightfall gameplay in the back. There's not much really gameplay that I have right now, so that's in the back. Sorry if it's boring, but so we have an exotic sword named the Raise Lighter. Now I got to see all the perks but one. I don't think Lauren went over one of them, so I'm going to tell you what the perks on it are. If you do not want to see, I guess just skip ahead like a minute or so, because it's spoilers, so spoiler alert. Alright, so first perk is called Tempered Light. Increases armor when holding the sword, which I think is, that's pretty interesting. Because, you know, like in PvP, that'll be really crazy to be able to just run up to someone with more health. Especially paired with the ram on a warlock. Like, that thing will be, you'll have so much health. The next one is Thrive by the Sword. Kills with this sword grants super energy. And the other option is Scabbard. Increases sword ammo capacity. So, what's interesting about the Thrive by the Sword is that I think it means that we're not going to be able to get super energy with the sword, which I guess kind of balances it out in a way. I think it'll be a very strong, heavy weapon. But you won't be able to get super energy with it, I guess, unless you run this perk. Do all the swords have it? I don't know. I guess we'll really find out. Next, this is what I'm guessing is the exotic perk, Phoenix Uppercut. Use R2 to launch into a solar light uppercut. When Lace Up Lauren was doing this in the stream, holy mother of God, that did so much freaking damage to the bosses. I don't know if they were over-leveled or something, or the enemies were under-leveled, but that did a lot of damage. And the final perk we saw in it was Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light increases damage on your R2 attack. I'm guessing that the other one would be like increases shields duration, because I know you can block with the sword, or maybe the increased damage on R1 attack. But we also got to learn the point, what they were trying to build the Dreadnought off of, and part of that is a loot-filled fortress. You won't discover everything in the first time, and mysteries within the ship. They want it to be kind of like they want it to be a labyrinth, pretty much, I'm guessing, is the term I'd go with here. A labyrinth to really, make it challenging for a patrol, because the patrols right now are, I mean, who does patrols to have a challenge other than the wolves are prowling? That's the only thing that's somewhat difficult in patrol. And of course, Randall the Vandal. He's the freaking strongest enemy alive. But carrying on, the Taken can appear anywhere. Sorry guys, my mic just like turned off. I have no idea why it did that. That's the second time it's happened. But from where I was going, what I was saying is the Taken can appear anywhere in the world of Destiny. So that means they can spawn on Earth, whatever. Hopefully not the tower, because that would be pretty bad. But they spawn from these glowing blackish, like, orb light things in the sky. Well, they're not in the sky, but they're floating. I'm guessing they'll be introduced in patch 2.0, kind of like the sword knights were introduced before Crota's End, and the prowling wolves, or wolves are prowling, before the House of Wolves. So that's something we could probably look forward to. Runes are received from killing taken champions from these orbs, and they are what start the event in the Court of Oryx. Also, there's a timer on the event, so you have to, you know, actually do the event in a certain amount of time so that there's a challenge. And if the player who started the event leaves, they have, I think it was like a 15-second, 20-second timer. If they don't return to the area, or if they die and don't respawn or whatever, they will cancel the event. I'm guessing they didn't really show what happens if they don't return, but I'm guessing it cancels the event. Also, there's a new collectible material called Worm Spore on the Dreadnought, which I'm guessing is just another thing to collect to upgrade your weapons and armor. Summoner's Exhaustion is something you receive after you finish doing a boss and summoning it. It prevents you from placing another rune for about 40 seconds to give the chance to someone else to place the rune, because the person who placed the rune is the person who gets the most, or the best rewards, I think is what they were saying in the stream. The Court of Oryx bosses have small mechanics, kind of like the bosses from the Prison of Elders. Examples of the mechanics that we saw is a knight where the shield changes, kind of like the Cabal boss. I have no idea what his name is in the Prison of Elders, but you guys know what I'm talking about, where the shield can be arc, solar, or void. He died pretty quick, though, from that sword. There's also 3 wizards. It's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet fight, where you have to kill all 3 at roughly the same time, or they will revive each other and respawn. There's an ogre, where its shield only breaks when an exploding thrall breaks it. That seems like it could be kind of difficult unless there's a lot of exploding thralls, but even then that makes it difficult because you gotta avoid all the thralls. Also, there's a Taken Centaurian. The shield will only go down when his minions are dead, and there were 2 knights, kind of. There was a Taken Knight and a normal knight. They were kind of like the Cabal Brothers strike, but you could only damage them when they were close to each other, because they had an immunity shield, which I thought, that's actually, that's a cool mechanic, I gotta admit. That's probably the coolest one that I saw, and I just can't wait to see what else there is as bosses in the Court of Oryx. There's also 3 tiers for the Court of Oryx. Tier 1 is 1 boss with the lowest light level of all the tiers. Tier 2 is 2 bosses at the same time with a roughly higher light level. And there is, of course, Tier 3, but we do not know what is in Tier 3. They did not show us, and they want to leave it a surprise. I'm hoping that it's just 1 boss, but it's extremely difficult and has a much harder mechanic to it. Not 3 bosses at the same time, because I feel like it would be cluttered, because the arena is kind of small. There's something else I want to say that I did not write down. Yeah. Okay, so there's 6 statues there, and they didn't really specify if there is more than 3 tiers. I'm guessing that there is, but there might be 6, because there are 6 statues, but I'm guessing it's only 3. I might be being stupid here, because there was 3 on each side, so I don't know. But I'm guessing it's only 3, and you could just place them on either side. Also, about the summoner dying or leaving timer, they do that to prevent AFKing, so that you don't just AFK and let everyone do the killing of the bosses themselves, and you get the best rewards. And the Court of Oryx never tries to put the same bosses one after each other, so you will most likely never get the same boss twice in a row, unless you do like Tier 1 then Tier 2, and the same boss spawns again that you just did in Tier 1, because I don't think it's the same, like, it's not like recording what you're doing one after, like if you go from Tier 1 to Tier 2. And pretty much the point of this is to have replayability, so you don't just fight the same boss over and over again and it gets boring. And finally, there was a couple things at the end. One, they're giving away Taken King PlayStations. think there was 5. D just keeping the 6th one for himself. I'm surprised it's not 7 since that is Bungie's lucky number, but it is 5, and it was all the people who were on the Twitch reveals from House of Wolves till now, and they each are giving one away. So there's Laced Up Lauren, Mr. Fruit, Triple Wreck, Professor Broman, and King Gothalion. I don't know what they're doing, how they're doing their giveaway, but go check them out because they are giving away Taken King PS4s. I mean, that's really cool. I might try and enter that. Obviously, I will only do one to be fair, or I don't know. I want one of those. They look really cool, but they are super expensive, and I don't want to just, rebuy a PS4 to get it. I'm rambling. Next, we got another trailer with Maratov, or Morsov, the Queen of the Reef, and how she will be a part of the Taken King. She's pretty much the one that's helping us to get into Oryx's base. And there was these... Okay, so people were wondering why there were fallen skiffs and catches in space, trying to get into the oh my god, the Dreadnought. And pretty much what I've come to figure out is that they are controlling the House of Wolves, or they were, so they must have fallen ships all over the place, right? Awoken, so I'm guessing that's what it's from. There's people wondering, like, oh, on Reddit that were saying, oh, there must be the Fallen fighting the Hive too for some reason. But no, I think it's just because the Queen has control of those ships. She used to be in control of the House of Wolves. And finally, Luke Smith came on and said it's been an amazing time. It's been a great year of Destiny. I've had a lot of fun. They've had a lot of fun. Like, I personally had a lot of fun with this game. This is by far one of my favorite games of all time now. I love this game, and it seems to only be getting better. And he surprised us with a raid trailer. And ladies and gentlemen, the raid, King's Fall, we got a trailer. It looks amazing. But it is coming out, I think it's September 18th, 3 days after... I'm sorry, I closed my notes because I thought it was done. 18th, 3 days after the launch of the Taken King, to give us a couple days to rank up to level 40, get some decent gear. I still think that is a little short. I was expecting about a week for us to get the raid, but I mean, a Friday is nice because, I'll be off school. So yeah, I'll try and leave a link to watch that, the raid trailer in the description down below. Otherwise, just go check out the end of the live stream that I'll be linking. And it'll be there also with the Queen trailer where it shows the Queen. Other than that, this is all the news we have. Pretty much the only news we'll get until Taken King launches, because the Twitch reveals are over. I'm super excited once again to play this game. It looks amazing. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for future Destiny content. My name is AAA Flair. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.